footprint cast collection that I've gotten from various sources, such as the internet. I've also won at least one from a internet radio show, and I bought one last year at the Yakima Bigfoot Roundup. I also won one in an auction at the 20th Annual Ohio Bigfoot Conference. That's the first one I'm going to show you. This right here is the Al Hodson October 1963 cast. He found this in the Bluff Creek area, and let me show you up close. There's the toes. You can see there's the big toe, and of course the other toes that angle. It angles downward just like our foot does. Our feet angle the same way, and you can tell it's most likely a real trap. Now, there is a bit of controversy over this particular footprint cast, because the toes are very square, and the Ray Wallace fakes had the square toes, but this one has been counted as looking a lot like Patty. Matter of fact, it is seen that this is Patty's foot, because I'll compare it to this one. Now you take a look at this one. Excuse me. You can kind of see that the toes are pretty much the same. This is of course the famous mid-tarsal break footprint, which was casted by Bob Titmus of the Patterson-Gimlin film. You can see, well, you can definitely tell just by looking at it. You can see the pressure ridge right here, which Dr. Jeff Meldrum has pointed out. You can see the pressure ridge, or the mid-tarsal break, in it. And this is believed to be the same individual as this. So these are both believed to be. This one is believed to have also been from Patty, the Patterson-Gimlin film subject. And you also have the one with the flexible foot. This would be a very difficult feature for a hoaxer to attempt to duplicate. This one is very famous. This one is very famous. This is you can tell it's been broken a few times. Unfortunately, I've had to glue it together. But this is the famous Onion Mountain / Blue Creek Mountain cast from 1967, from I think August or September 1967. Cast by John Green. This is the one with the famous dermal ridges. This is one of the ones that Jimmy Chilcutt looked at and determined that, yeah, there is really something, there's some dynamics going on here. If you look right in there. You look right in here, you'll see the dermal ridges. See if I can get them up close to the camera there. Don't want to get them too close. But in this kind of light, you can kind of see them a little bit. You can kind of see the. Let's see. Right in there is where the dermal ridges are. This light is lousy, I realize, but they're right in there. There's where the dermal ridges are, right in there. This is a very famous cast. This is one of the ones that Chilcutt examined from 1967, and then he examined the ones from Paul Freeman from Eastern Washington, which were cast 1984, and he realized they had the same ridge flow pattern. The same ridge flow pattern on the side here. So this is a very, very well-known cast. Almost as well known as the Elkins Creek cast, if not more so. And here's another example from the Patterson-Gimlin film. This one was cast by Roger Patterson. This is one of the two that he cast on October 20th, 1967. And you can see once again the toes, which look very similar to the other two footprint casts I showed. You can definitely see some dynamic features in there. And of course you have the slanting of the toes, just like in our feet. And one thing that I noticed, it may be a casting artifact, I'm not really sure, but there appears to be what appears to be some sort of a lump right here, which it's a lump or a bump which humans have behind their big toe. You can probably kind of see it right there. This little lump or bump, which that I don't know if any of the others like Meldrum have seen this, but this one indicates to me that yes, this was made by a living foot and not a static hoax. And then the final cast in my collection is this big boy. This one. Oh, by the way, the patty tracks are about 14.5 inches long. The Onion Mountain cast is about 13.5 inches. And what was the other one? Oh, those are the other ones. This is the Laird Meadow Road cast by Roger Patterson, October 20th, 1963. And you can tell this is a huge. This is 17.5 inches right here. 17.5 inches. I mean, I can barely get the whole thing in the frame. But you look right here, you can see the toes. Look the size of that big toe. That big toe is about the width of my balled up fist. That is a huge toe. And then you got the toes going down. This is believed to also be the same individual that Jerry Crew cast in 1958, in October 1958. You can probably, it got broken once, so I had to glue it back together. But you can see, this is one of the ones that Jeff Meldrum, is really proud of and holds a lot of stock in. Now, the only thing about this one is there may be just. It may not have actually been a 17.5 inch foot, maybe a 17-inch foot. There may have been some slide in here, perhaps. There may have been a little bit of slide. But this is a really good cast. This is one of the better ones right here. And like I said, you can see that you can see the toes. See the toes very clearly. Really nice cast. I actually got this one from eBay. I also got the Roger Patterson PG film cast from eBay. The one with the mid-tarsal break, I actually bought that from Jeff Meldrum at the Yakima Bigfoot Roundup last year. And in fact, I got Bob Gimlin to sign it on the back. You'll probably see it right there. There you go. See right there. 2 Henry from Bob Gimlin, 09. I bought this last year from Jeff Meldrum. The Onion Mountain cast, I actually won it in a internet radio show contest. The Al Hodson Patty cast, I won it at an auction at the 20th Annual Ohio Bigfoot Conference. So that's just my footprint cast collection, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and y'all have a good one.